put that someone on the stand, say go put it in the room, you stand up there with it. God, man. You don't know it. Anyway, you know that's some line while you're walking over there and people see you right in that shit in front. Oh, Lord, Father. Bless, bless, bless. 10 people upon the live. Give thanks. Hey, people, don't have to forgive me. I tried hang out last night with the youth them. And time beat me. I wake up a while ago to go pee. And I have to rush up and put up things and see it at 7 o'clock after 7 already. And things has happened, Richard. Yes, people. Bless, morning. Morning, good morning. Share the life. Wow. Wake up late and run fast, man. So I was supposed to have some people here this morning. Late, man. I probably can't tell them 7 o'clock or after 7, long time. And today was I get up real late. I get up late. What time now? 20 after?
Yes, sir. Morning, people, morning. 7:19.
7:19. Wow. Alright, if they doesn't have much people, I could always do this live at later on, you know. So, maybe I went out, I don't know. I'll wait to see how much of y'all here, and then, if anything, we'll see what's up. Yeah. You don't see you walking in front of the corner. Well, I tell you, I was sleeping yesterday, man. I go to bed late and I wake up and look and say after 7. I say, whoa. What? No, but this is I take time over here, messing sitting on the chair. And then, stuff happened anyway. Boy, I would not sleep this morning. If you guys are sleeping this morning, it's only one person. One view, one person. So I know I can't wake up late, so this morning if in the next 10 minutes I don't see anybody, I'm actually gonna I have 4 people here, But I'm waiting for more people. So share the live, people. Share the live. Good morning. Good morning, people. Yes, Father. All praises unto the Most High. Well, if I don't have nobody this morning for work out with, you just have to give God thanks. Is it? I'm not. Yes, I. Early this morning I shall give thanks. I shall give thanks as I wake up in the morning time. I will give thanks. You see, sometimes people, the life is a strange thing. You find things to break you, and you have to stay strong. Because if you don't stay strong, you mash up. You know, if you don't stay strong, you dead up. You know, so the energy forces are trying everything to mash up my thing. Organ thing. I keep saying it all the time. Organ thing. They are trying organ thing for mash me up. Is it? Organ thing for mash me up. This morning you can't start with two people, not even two people. I was looking for some more people. And if I don't get at least 15 to 20 people, I will just say, you're going to have to get it later. See, find something for them. Oh, yes, Father. Man shall, man shall not live by bread alone, The words of righteousness, So, sometimes like we say, you'll get a fight. You do something and the bad force is just the one to see it, So them try everything. I know this morning I late, but come on. I know I keep saying it all the time. I have 44,000 people. And I find it's very strange, Bless, 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 bless. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Share the live. Was to have the live for 7 o'clock. But I cannot wait, get up, cannot wait late. Last night I made a vlog with y'all guys and then I hang out and I cannot wake up late. So I don't, but not much. I was on about 15 minutes now. So if I did come on, it's probably about 10 minutes late. I was 10 minutes late, so I don't know. Yes, but if we're not gonna get the people that we need, I don't know if your guys just want me to talk if in the morning, Somebody said to me, they wanted me to talk about they told me they wanted me to talk about something. I have some people that likes when I talk, and I have some other people that want to do the workout. Actually, today was to do a workout. It's every Friday morning. I keep saying I think I'm going to change it because the people does not come true. You see, the people really doesn't come in. Look, I have this thing here, and I only have 6 people and 3 likes. That is like to break Iron Man down. You see that? I don't know if the people them don't get the notification, but I just saw the thing go. And I just saw the thing go. So I really don't know what to do here this morning because I only have 5 people now. If the 5 people that they want to work out, tell me something, let me know what's going on. The 5 that's there, if they want to work out. 5 of us will work out and do a shot thing, you know. And if the 5 of you that's there wants to chill this morning, they'll let me know. You know. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Share the live. And somebody said talk. One person said talk. I know, one person said talk. Okay. What you want to talk about this morning? The energy of waking up. None of us could talk about how could we get ourselves ready for the time ahead. Yeah. We could talk about that. We could talk about what could we do in the land of the living for the afterlife. We could talk about that if you want to. Oh, let's talk about, I have a topic that I said that I wanted to talk about. This morning, since there does not have much people, bless, 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 bless. This morning, since I doesn't have much people, I don't know, I'm waiting, I'm very patient. We're supposed to have a workout, but since what's going on here, I don't think we're gonna have the workout. We might have the workout at 6 today. I will have to come back out and do bust up sweat in the evening. Y'all like that? And because like I said, now I only have 5 people. So we could do bust up sweat in the afternoon. So the people that, I don't know if they're tired or it's a lot of things happening. You see people today, you don't see them tomorrow. So we're gonna do the topic right now. And those of you that wants to join at 6 o'clock today, Friday afternoon, or Friday evening bust up sweat, because I have the Friday morning. I told you all that. I have the Friday morning because I'm seeing that much people does not have the ability or capability to actually come in on the morning. So I think most people wants the afternoon or the evening. So we'll do the evening. We'll try the evening, see if we get much more people than what we have in the morning. Like now I have like 1 to 6 people, like I said, and you know, I have to do something that will help us to get more people. So we're gonna talk about cannabis. Yeah. Cannabis. Who wants to hear the topic about cannabis? The topic about, bring me some water, son. Topic about cannabis. If y'all don't want to hear it, y'all can say y'all don't want to hear it. But I have to mention it. I have to say. And you know when I touch something, it's a reason. I saw something a while ago. It's flip and go. Something that said, bless up or bush up, something like that. I don't know. Oh, bush up. Something like that. I didn't see. Yeah, we don't talk about bless up. Okay, bless up to you, my brother. Bless up here a little bit. So the subject is about marijuana. So I got 7 people now, and seven people and 7 likes. Okay, so anything that I talks about, I speaks about, is actually what's really happening. And I've been noticing something, me myself as a herbalist. I've been noticing what's going on, and it's really starting to humbug me. It's really starting to put an effect on me. It really starting to get me in a state of mind asking myself, what is it that's going on? So today I wouldn't do that today. What I was going to do, I was going to have my bust of sweat. But since, like I said, now I only have, maybe later on, if I have more people, I could give a 5-minute, 10-minute thing. But now I think I will just talk about cannabis, because as a person that knows cannabis, it makes me concerned. I'm very concerned about what's going on with cannabis and the way cannabis being dealt with, and the way cannabis actually comes within our community. And a lot of our young brothers, sisters, elderly do mess around with cannabis. So throughout the years, this is what I'm. Like I said, I'm not a little baby. I have age. I'm half a century past that. And for the time I've been here, for the little time I've been on planet Earth, or within this mud that I live in, and like I said, there is something going around with cannabis right now. And a lot of people might not want to hear that, but it's the truth. Because I'm wondering, not wondering, but it's coming to a state of mind, to my understanding, that cannabis comes like crack now. You know, one time when you got locked up, or not locked up, but people would say don't do drugs, and they would put affiliate cannabis in the drug area, in the drug column. They would affiliate marijuana and give marijuana a higher rate on drug ship. Marijuana had the highest thing for drug. So it was not cocaine, and like I explained that to you a couple times. We know cocaine is when you actually start mixing chemistry, doing chemistry, compounds, and measuring and pouring and creating, you know, liquid and stuff like that. You're creating stuff. You put in different stuff to create different things. So marijuana does not have that effect. That is why marijuana was never called medical marijuana. Marijuana was just called, everybody knew it as ganja, the herbs, healing of the nation, and the cannabis, and the sensimilia, and, the healing plant. The plant that allow people to reason and allow people to come together and make rightful decisions, righteous decisions. So I am watching what's going on right now, and that a lot of us that smoke need to overstand. You notice now everything it's the same cannabis that was here. And like I said, in the time I knew of cannabis, it was illegal. You didn't have it. It was legal in this state and it was not legal in that state. It was just totally illegal, and it was so. They had it on the naughty spot. They had it on the naughty spot, like it was the worst of worst. They affiliated with a lot of other drugs like PCP, methamphetamine. They had marijuana as the highest big bad guy here. And when marijuana was never medical, it was just natural herbs. It was the herbs that the Most High gave us. It was the herbs that allow people to function. It was the herb that allowed the poor man, the homeless man, the poor man, not to fuss and fight, but to sing about his poorness. He could relate to his poorness. He accepts his poorness in a different state of mind. He understands what it is to be poor and rich at the same time. So it wasn't a problem for the poor man or any person that did look at use cannabis under that state of mind, under that spiritual guide, under the purpose of good over evil. There was nothing wrong about cannabis. And throughout the years, like I said, they always try to wonder what makes the cannabis, or what makes the people that use the cannabis to be so intellect. What makes them to be so humble? What makes them to always able to see the right way to deal with issues and problems? Bob Marley was a herbalist, and a lot of his songs that he sang had to do with a lot of unjust. It had to do with a lot of things that was to come forth, that how we was going to be treated. It was about a lot of things that had happened within us during our time, and we went through. And the people that was saying that we was nobodies, the people that was saying that we are savages, we end up showing them that the savages are powerful people, that the savages are conquerors, that the savages, and again, we have to watch the Buffalo Soldiers. And who was them? It was the same people that looked like savages. It was the same people that didn't consider. It was the same people that they put the reject ban on. It was the same people that was not with the society the way the society had flexing or punctuating. These people was not of that society. There was a society, and there was not even in a society. There was just on a way of life. There was just on a way of understanding that the balance between the human or the ecosystem, or the balance between you as a man and I'm a man, not because you white and I'm black, or you know, we just had that understanding during that time, because the herb was a blessing. The herb was a healing. The herb was putting people back in order. The herb was allowing you to get the true essence behind, you know, the intellect, where you could have actually respond. You could have actually respond. You could have actually, be a part of something. So now I come to the point where I'm looking and I'm seeing now the same herb that couldn't sell, the same herb that was a problem, the same herb cannabis that was on the highest scale, the same herb that, it's to heal the people, it's for the people, and they was talking about it. Now here we are in 2020, going to be 2021. We have where different states in America is allowing marijuana to be legal. Marijuana is starting to be legal all over. And as marijuana starts to becomes legal, you gotta watch when marijuana was not legal, how difficult it was for those who choose to sell it, those that choose to dealt with it. They had a hard time, very hard time. They had houses raided. They had people lose their property. They had a lot of things going on the concept of if you was mixing with cannabis. That was one of the worst things, because these people that was fighting against the cannabis in that way knew of their cannabis ability, but they never wanted the people, because they know this is the people's boost. This is the people's library. This is the people's fortress in a certain sense. Okay? So what they do, they always mimic. They always mimic everything that has a value, a purpose, and ability. They mimic. They mimic us. Because if they could mimic the way we supposed to be or act and infiltrate and send that within us, and that is playing a part, look like us but does not think like us, look like us but does not act like us, look like us, but you could walk and say, yeah, this is a black man, but what is it about this black man? Is because he bear the skin color. So they have a lot of impulses. So the marijuana right now comes like a high dose of crack. That's how it come now. Because why? Like I said, back in the days when you went and buy a $10 or $20 or $5, well, it was so different, because look, we had people who were selling $2 bags and tray bags. Okay, $2 bags and tray bags. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the $5 bags that used to look like they were dimes? Okay, y'all remember that? They was fat, looked like 20s, and they were $5. Y'all remember the $10 bags, how they used to look? Okay, but that was the time cannabis was on the lockdown, where you was taking a big risk with your life, with your whatever, dealing with cannabis. Okay, all of a sudden they got this dispensers, and they got all these other places where the weed shops or whatever, they come in. It's okay. I mean, everywhere you look now, there's a new dispenser opening. Uh, I see the Arabs actually taking over the cannabis embargo. They stores are different now. You know, I'm not snitching, but it's the truth, because when the black brothers or the brothers from the west or the brothers from the islands, the brothers from wherever, from France, wherever, trying to get food off of it, it was illegal. It was illegal. And now we have everybody getting waxing off of cannabis. And cannabis becomes a storybook right now. Because every young boy who just born from 1980, 90s, even 2000s, believe they're weed chemists, believe that they're weed professionals. They believe that they know all about weed, man. You just born just the other day, dude. You selling this thing here, you don't know nothing about it. You just came in it because you see people doing it and you figure you can make money in it. So you don't care what, and a lot of us allow it, even me, I allow it to happen to me. We should stop buying from these people. Because, and I, you know me, I don't hold my tongue. I go in every department and I see what it is. Okay. I think it's not cannabis that they're selling. I think they're selling drugs. I think they're selling drugs. Because why? A pound of feather is a pound of feather. A pound of iron is a pound of iron. Okay? Not because iron is heavier than feather, to say when I come to buy a pound of iron, since the iron is heavier, you're going to give me less. Okay? Since the iron is heavier, I'm going to get less. You're supposed to give what it weighs, a pound. A pound is a pound. A half a pound is a half a pound. So these people today, they comes with all of these tricks and trades. They start telling you about names. Man, in my time, if you did purchase a bag, or you did purchase some cannabis, okay, the person that is purchasing the cannabis would ask the person that's saying, yo, this stuff is good, man, because I'm coming back. Because I'm coming back. This is how it used to be. Everybody knows it. Church Avenue, it's 31st, jerk chicken, around that area during that time. Everybody knew that when it came down to the herbs, nobody played with the herbs. If you was going to be there and you was going to bring forth the herbs had to be the bomb. You couldn't come in the corner selling no garbage. You couldn't come over here lying to people from the crack of your teeth and trying to make money. You just concerned about the money, so you lying to me. You just want my money. You selling all kind of nonsense, you know, and you giving it names. You giving it all kind of different names. And the stuff be garbage. It be garbage. A lot of us knows that, you know. So when you go to these brothers now and you buy a 20, a lot of these brothers, we gotta realize capitalism. It comes in all shapes and sizes. A lot of people don't like capitalism, but they capitalize on capitalism. Yeah, they're two-faced. I don't like capitalism. But give them a chance, they will capitalize. And a lot of the guys that is selling the herb does not even smoke now. Majority of them young guys who selling weed now don't smoke. So you're gonna get the cannabis, you're gonna buy it, you're gonna bring it, and you can't try it. So you just ready to dish it out. Okay? And you see them. I've been dealing with certain people. So I'm an herbalist. I don't care what people want to say. I deal with my herbs in every different aspects. Okay? So I see them. I give them tries. You know, a lot of young brothers. I rather them to actually deal with the herbs more than they're thinking of gonna rob an old lady, more than they're thinking about gonna rob an old man. I watch these young brothers. This is why some of them, I'll tell the honest truth, I do support them, some of them. Because I rather know a guy 18 years, 19 years old, 21 years old, and I rather know I could see this brother at the corner or wherever that he stands at or wherever he bees at, and he's doing something honest. To other people, it might be illegal, but there's nothing wrong with dealing with cannabis more than you dealing with tobacco. Tobacco is way far dangerous than cannabis. If people were smoking cannabis, a lot of them, look, I say I have bad eyes, and y'all wonder sometimes my eyes could be real bad. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the cannabis, I'd probably go blind already. Okay? So what I'm trying to tell people is this. We have people mimic, they just get into things. They don't do it because of the love. They don't do it for the love. They do it to get over. I back in the times, I used to handle these. And when somebody came to me and purchased natural cannabis herb from me, I make sure that they were satisfied, because a satisfied customer is a happy customer. But no, like I said, you got all kind of people. They're weed doctors. They're cannabis doctors. And when you hear them, they start the baptism like they're John the Baptist. They're giving all kind of names. Names don't make no sense. Just the names alone, you should leave it right there. Because it's like they're selling clothes. They're selling name. Oh, this here. They give some pretty bags, nice looking bags. What's the name? What is that? This is a rinse. A rinse? What do you mean a rinse? Yeah, this is a rinse, man. This is the rinse. And then they make it look like, you know, this is the thing. And you go, you're done with this. No, you ain't never have to smoke, because I don't watch myself as a smoker. So I don't want to say smoke. But to jump on that vibe, that elevation vibe, that spiritual contact, that, because I get the herb, sometimes I boil it, I squeeze sour orange in it, I get the stems, the root, I put it to soak in white rum, a little bit of white rum, honey, molasses, onions. You know, I do things with that. So that's why when people been talking to me about, they want to know about herb and they want to know about it, I never really sit there and have a conversation with them about cannabis, because a lot of people just smoke cannabis just for smoking. They couldn't even start to relate to you on what level they be on, or what they're dealing with, what they're tuning into, what you're connecting into. Okay, they can't tell you. They just smoke because they see a whole bunch of people smoking. They grew up saying about weed and they just want to smoke it. But you know these, because like I said, at one time I used to sell herb, and anybody that I purchased from me, they comes back, because I dealt with the herb with a love energy. I dealt with it with a respect, with an honor, and I never sold someone something that I didn't smoke at one time, or I didn't use at one time. Okay, so these guys who are just coming out and they have all names for this stuff. Majority of them, they don't smoke. They're custom smoking cigarettes. They're not. You see how they smoke the herb? They smoke the herb and puff it out like they're smoking a cigarette or a cigar. The way you deal with herbs when you are smoking or on your level is different from when you're smoking a cigarette. I see them, they just puff like it's a big cigarette. That's how they smoke. I don't smoke. That's why I don't smoke. I recharge the Elevate. I charge up to Elevate. And what people gotta realize, this is why it's bugging me when somebody take $20 or $25 or $30 and they call one of these people, and these people are coming, believe they're full of tricks. They tell you all type of stuff. Oh, it comes heavy, or it fluff. This is lyrics. That has nothing to do with what the thing's supposed to weigh. Be honest. Be honest. You're taken out of it. You're taken out of it. And said it's that. But if you had to put it on the scale, it wouldn't weigh that. You don't know. So it has to be crack. It has to be a form of crack. Because these are the drugs I see come little pieces for $10, $20, $50. You remember back in the days when 8-ball came out? These was the thing. Yes. Because that's how you sell that type of, that's a drug. You're not supposed to sell marijuana or cannabis like that. A guy selling you something, he say, oh, it's the grams, it's 7 grams, 7 grams is this, is that. Yet still, he sits there with the stuff, with the bag, and he push inside it, you don't know how to scale. And he makes sure that he measure the right amount that will profit him, and you will lose. Brother said it's 7 quarters, and you put the quarter in the scale, it's not a quarter. It's not a quarter. Now, brothers doesn't even say what they're selling. They just say to you, I have this, and I have that, and I have that. So if you say you want a 20, when you get the 20 is not a 20. The 20 is a 15. Because they're cutting. And I'm saying brothers like that, man, we are the OGs. We are the brothers that been around. We know how this thing go. We know what it is. We ain't just born yesterday. That's why a lot of us are allowing some of your brothers to handle us like that. We're wrong. Like even me myself, we're wrong. As a matter of fact, I think that I should just stop smoking, period. Because I don't understand why is these young brothers that are being born smarter than the elder people, than me. I figure that sometimes when I support them, I'm helping them so they don't get in trouble. They don't have to go rob Mr. Brown. They don't have to break Sister Carol's hands. They don't have to do things. So one of my things when I see young brothers doing things or young sisters doing things, no matter what they're doing, as long as I could stop them from doing something real negative, like robbing and breaking and entering and stuff like that, I will support. So when I see these young brothers, I don't have to patronize them. When I see, I'm watching some of them, I don't even know them. Some of them, I don't even know them. And you know how we OGs are. We never buy herb from people we don't know. We don't just buy from anybody. And sometimes we do that, and people think, oh yeah, that nigga right here, he's smoking love. Yeah, the brother right there. Yeah. You know, but they didn't understand. They didn't understand that it's because of the love that you're trying to patronize them and help them. You know, you don't have to. I got people, I know people that could go around, and what I'm spending in my vicinity or towards that, I could go certain places and get 4 or 5 times the amount of that. But sometimes, you know, you don't want to go certain places, the places where you used to go, you don't want to go there no more. You feeling me? And it's not to say it's anything bad. I go for there and all right. I'll be in the bush. Anytime I touch the bush and I come, I'm good. I don't have to buy nothing. I get sit, friends, people I know, you know, yeah. It's only in the new neighborhood that I am in that just recently that happened to me, because I am the type of person who always thinking of patronizing people, you know, give them a try, they're hustling, you know, let them feel all right. But they don't care about you. They lies to you. They put all this stuff like they're selling, like you're taking drugs. You know, They selling you a $20 like it's a dime. A $20 like it's a dime. And it's not even like it's a dime because like I said, it's nothing changed. Because right now this thing is free. It's a form like easy access. People growing it in their homes. People growing it. Right now I think you could have it as a plant. You could have 2 plants. So what is all of this expensive stuff? Lying to people about top shelf. And it's the same. They doing all type of madness. Madness. What people do not understand about cannabis is there are different cannabis for different purpose. There are cannabis to make you eat. There are cannabis to make you sleep. There are cannabis you smoke for pain, anxiety. There are cannabis to make you happy, joyful. There are different cannabis. All of these brothers that are now coming together and doing the mix breed, you know, they are crossbreeding the gorilla or the kush with the this and the that with the this. You're gonna make it a bunch of nonsense because this is affecting people, and y'all figure y'all doing a good thing because now you're crossbreeding something that will allow you to fall asleep to something that will give you a hype. What are you doing? They different grade, different herb. That's why go check it out. Y'all say y'all some big time weed grower or cannabis grower. Go to the people that growing it right now, that take over our business, the Europeans. The European people could explain to you more than some of us. And they will tell you, blood coma, they have for blood coma, they have for cataract, they got for pain, they got for sinus, they got for, yeah. Each of the cannabis, there are different cannabis that release or make you feel differently. Okay? Some people smoke certain cannabis and they could eat the refrigerator out. They could eat it out. A next person smoke a different type of cannabis and it doesn't allow appetite. It allows meditation. It allows meditation. What people don't realize, everything comes in a family. It's not just one cannabis plant. There are many cannabis plants. They all represent the cannabis family. So, when things was more difficult onto the people that used to deal with the cannabis, you're going to go with $20 and buy $20 worth, and $20 worth was a lot. When these people was worrying about how they're going to get locked up, the courts give marijuana the highest judgment. You know, so marijuana, like, if you're dealing with marijuana, you're a big time druggie. That's why they keep, police relate to marijuana as a drug. And they always say, they use it, they say, if somebody's smoking marijuana, which is a drug, so they say, I don't say that, I know marijuana is not a drug. But they say, anybody that is smoking marijuana usually wants to move on to something else. Because they saying it's a drug, and drugs have the ability to increase tenfold. So you move from one thing because now you're being addicted for getting high. What they are not telling, the high of marijuana and the high of drugs is two different. The high that you get from cocaine and these other substances, it's different because that is chemical. You feeling me? That's on a higher velocity. What it's going to do to you. Marijuana is a natural. Everything in it is natural. Even the oil, the cannabis oil, the oil it makes is natural. And it's so natural, like someone who loves to eat lettuce or someone who loves spinach, like myself, and I would eat it as much as possible, is spinach wrong? Well, spinach could be wrong if I am abusing the spinach. But what if the spinach had the ability that when I eat it, which it does, it drops its iron and it makes you strong? Marijuana releases compounds within the pineal gland that allow you to oversight righteousness. Look at all the people who smokes on the righteous level. All the singers who smokes on the righteous level. Listen to the melody. Listen to the rhythm. Listen to the things that they sing and how they sing. It's different. It's different. Because this cannabis that you smoke will rejuvenate your brain, will give you this ability that a non-cannabis smoker wouldn't get. And that's why they're so quick to say it's a drug. Oh, it's a drug. Cannabis is a drug. It's a drug. It's a drug. It's a drug. Yet still, cannabis is healing people for the four ends of the earth. Cannabis is healing them. So cannabis is healing them. So our brothers and sisters that's out there that is selling cannabis, that is partaking the activities with cannabis and mistreating the people in the marketplace, you allow yourself to be tricked by somebody that tells you they're dealing with high grade and top shelf. And listen, man, there's no top shelf like Dirty Skunk. Okay? Y'all remember that? Dirty Skunk? Who remember Dirty Skunk? I don't know if there's any smokers or weed smokers or weed users. I don't like to say smokers. Weed users. The healing of the nation. Those who use the healing of the nation. Because sometimes people could chew on it. You could chew on it. You don't have to all the time smoke it. You could chew on it. You could cook with it. You know, you could make tea with it. You could make medicine with it. These are the aspects that I watch the cannabis. Okay? So I'm not the average guy who's just watching cannabis as money making, as a way to survive and eat and that. I'm watching cannabis as the full benefits behind cannabis. Okay? On the righteous path. So these young guys who figure that they've been tricked because somebody told them they have top shelf and is willing to sell them whatever they sell, ounces, quarters, halves, pounds, whatever, and they're charging them an arm and a leg, and you know they're buying it and figure that they could come in the neighborhood and say they have this and they have that and make a fortune. Everybody's looking at the easy way out. They're not watching the longevity. There are certain people for 2021, red flag. I'm cutting them off. I'm not buying them from them because I see they're scheming. And I just allow it for now. I just let me see they believe that I'm a fool. See, I'm a one brother that I allow you to believe that I'm dumb. I allow you to believe that this brother ain't smart. Yeah. But I'll catch you because I see all of you. It's the best thing for someone is to make someone feel comfortable. As you comfortable, you start to show your weak spots. You start to show who you are. So I like to make people feel comfortable because when you're comfortable, you drop your guard. Yeah, you drop your guard. So these brothers that 2021, don't see me and tell me what's up about if I ain't want nothing. Because from the time you see I'm not coming to you to buy nothing, or I'm not telling you nothing about that, you've been dropped, burnt like a bridge. It's only for a period of time. Until after a while, what's going to happen? We help people with this bad habit. Because if you know what it's supposed to look like by the money exchange, and people will just say, you know what, man, I ain't buying this for that, man. I'm not buying this for that. They would come back to what it was because I'm telling you, it is freer to move around with herb now than it was a couple of years ago. It's freer. You couldn't even smoke. I see guys are smoking, the police right ain't saying nothing. They done gain the ability to smoke, and you're not gonna get locked up. They done make it to the point where you're gonna get a card that allow you that you could smoke, because you could say you from the suspenses and a doctor gave you, tell you need to smoke because of certain problems. So there's ways, man. This is why I tell people, man, these people are a bunch of corruptible people. These people, they make laws. When they finish the laws that they go make little bridges behind the law where they could duck behind the law. So the law is there, but you and I don't know the law. But the law that they put there is just for you and I. But for them, they have loopholes within the same law where they could do things. Who could have opened back in the 90s, back in the 80s, 70s, a dispenser? Where? Rich man could have just go and open. It would be illegal. Now they're all over the place. Everybody's into weed now. Weed is more freer to get now, but it's more expensive. What's going on? When it was harder to get, when the sentence of you dealing with the cannabis by the police, you was classified as Pablo Escobar, because that's how you're making look. You're making the herb, the cannabis, look like it's Pablo Escobar, it's cocaine. And I think a lot of us that is buying that, a lot of us that is spending our money on that, if we come together and stop, these brothers that's giving us the little bit of garbage and lying to us because, oh man, I paid $2,000 for it, man, I gotta make my money back. You know, if you were smart enough, you would know. Brothers are short changing people, brothers on the scale. Brothers are, you know, and like I said, we need to flush out these brothers that are doing these things, because I know they still have herb up here and all over that sells how it used to. It's nothing changed with the herb, man. Nothing changed with the herb. Nothing. People want to go create things and take away original things. Bring back the indica. Bring back the dirty skunk. Bring back the cess. Bring back the OG Kush. Okay? Bring back the Sensimilia. Bring it back. All these other herbs that y'all are bringing, that y'all want to create and call it all kind of popcorn and lemon lime, and man, lemon lime stay in the lemon department. Okay? Lemongrass stay in the lemongrass department. Now y'all want to come with mangoes. Some of y'all, I don't know how you're getting to put the mango with the herb, and some of y'all are spraying chemicals to make the flavor, strawberry flavor, mango flavor. Man, move away from that, from here with that. Any herbalist know that no herb don't smell like no mango, man. We had back home with the herb tree right here, the mango tree right here, and the herb smell like herb. Now the herb have all type of fragrances: apple fragrance, cinnamon fragrance, mango fragrance, orange fragrance, lemon lime fragrance. It's too much fragrance, man. It's herb we're dealing with. This is not a perfume. This is not a cologne or perfume. Stop. Yo, we need to stop coming with tricks and trade. All these chemicals and all these things that we're applying to the natural cannabis is causing health issues. It's causing health issues. Why people cannot not get it natural? Why it gotta be some top shelf that's not even top shelf? That top shelf will send you to the bottom shelf, which is in the ground. Why is it that you're creating, you're selling stuff for people and not giving them the right amount for their money? Huh? Why is it that you're treating the herb, the natural cannabis, like it's crack y'all are selling like back in the 80s? Y'all come in front of people's doors with some little nuggets inside of a bag, 4 little rocks, like it's crack. When you were selling crack in the 80s, and you'll come with that, and you'll come with all type of lies. A pound of iron is a pound of iron. A pound of feather is a pound of feather. A pound of plastic is a pound of plastic. Don't tell me the reason between the weight. Oh, it's because it's heavy. It's because no, it's a pound and it's an ounce. It's a half an ounce. It will stay a half an ounce. No, nothing with weight not supposed to stop a half an ounce. A half an ounce is half an ounce. You should not tell me, oh, it's small just because it look like marbles. The marble's supposed to weigh for what it weighs. Some of y'all just trick people, put all type of nonsense in the bag and come. I'm gonna get, I used to have all these things, skills and all this. Because a lot of y'all people, man, y'all don't even know. Y'all couldn't do these things back in the 80s and 90s, man. A lot of y'all don't would bust open, man. These type of things y'all doing to people, tricking people and taking their money, man. Selling trash. Selling trash. Selling trash. Like it's a young boy that just started elevating on the thing. Hey, you sound like his brain is soft and you could give him the rabbit chow. Stop selling people rabbit chow. I need, sometimes I'm telling you, this is why people don't understand this thing. One time you couldn't do this. You think a man would take his last $20 or his last $10 to come and deal with you and you would deal with him like that? You would give him this crap and call yourself a hustler? Aren't you crazy? Y'all don't respect people anymore. Y'all do the weirdest things to people, man. And it's like sometimes when you get soft, people take advantage of you. Or when you try to change. Because I not one time, man, I'll definitely come back and say, I'll give money back. As a matter of fact, you probably were going to get something too. Because you causing problems. You causing problems. You take that stuff somewhere else. You don't do that. Like I said, I used to deal with people. I used to serve people. I never served people like that. Everybody would tell you, when I serve somebody, they come back to me. But now we got these guys, there's something wrong with them. What happened to the natural, regular stuff? Huh? What happened to that? We still around, There are people like me that's still natural. They want the natural stuff, the reggae. What's up with the reggae? Y'all make it look like, oh, now there's no more good reggae. It's just loud. What's up with the loud? Loud, loud, loud. Come on, man. That's not normal, man. What's up with the reggae? I remember in my time, they had some reggae that deal with you like it's some bombastic. We had a guy named Indica. That guy, you gotta watch yourself. And that guy Indica. Where's the next guy called Dirty Skunk? You like that guy? And for hours and days, he's on your finger. And if you ever make a mistake and put a little piece of him inside of your coat pocket or somewhere hidden and put him in the closet, you stink up the entire clothes in there. That was my time. That is what I know. I know of herb when you smoke it, you want to risen. That's what I know. I don't know about no herb that you smoke and you're chasing. It's only crackheads chase highs, man. It's only drug addicts chase high. How are you making an herbalist to chase a high? Get out of here with that. We need to come back and put it the way it was. These fake weed sellers that is selling weed right now, we need to stop supporting them. They have a bunch of them, all in every area in New York or in the United States. We need to ban them. Because at one time, we would not tolerate that. We wouldn't. We wouldn't spend our money on that. And then we know the person be having garbage and they make it so we still calling them. I have a person, I've been trying to one individual, and the first time when I first came on my spot, saw that person and they dealt with me in between. But I figured, I'm not here to beat people to make their money. They gotta make their money. See, it's a different thing when you're making your money honestly with a heart, and then when you're making your money to be a pig. You don't care about people. And I don't understand how they have people that call themselves herbalists and they're smokers and they try to treat another smoker like they don't know they smoke too. Or not smoker, but another elevator. Another elevator. It's like they don't know. So you burn the herbs and you know why you burn the herbs. And then you put yourself in order to deal with the herbs. But when now to deal with the herbs, now you're trying to be a wise guy. Like you don't know. Even you that burning the herbs don't get the true purpose of the herbs. So you don't get it. If you did get it when the person come to you, you would deal with them. So we're all the brothers, man, that usually have the nice reggae. Regular reggae. You know? Or the kush. That bobo kush. And they try to make it look like kush is high grade. I've been around, kush been around forever. But all of a sudden, kush is a super high grade. Kush is a super high grade. They call it, they have gorilla, indica, what they call it? Granddaddy, you know. It's all okay. But all of a sudden in the year 2020, the kush that I've been smoking, I've been elevating on for years upon years. I've been using for medicine. I've been using for my purpose. Now all of a sudden, it's a super kush. And it's heavy. And it's more. Y'all let people sell your herbs like they're selling name brand cars and clothes. Name brand. There ain't no name brand. We gotta stop allowing these people to trick us like that, man. I guarantee you the brother who buys these herbs, these cannabis to sell, if we just ease off on them a little bit and they see it's not selling, you know what they're gonna say? Yo, man, I don't know what's going on, man. That stuff ain't moving, man. People. See, people could only do what you allow them to do to you. That's it. So if we go and we go in and we're purchasing stuff, cannabis from a lot of these brothers that know they are doing the herbalist wrong. When the herbalist comes to buy, they know what they are doing because they're not for the love of the game. They in for the money, to make money, and you can only make money at a certain time to a certain time, especially when you're trying to make money real fast. It does not work because you're gonna get greedy. That's your urge, that's your greediness. Because number one, just the way you deal with the people, just the way you deal with the people, the lies you tell the people upon robbing them, the lies that you tell upon robbing. So we have in every department. So if a lot of us would watch things and say, you know what, man, nah, man, keep that. A lot of them are wondering what's going on. I think people stop smoking, you know, man. They isn't selling like one time. Yeah, because you're not dealing with people like one time. You're not dealing with people like one time. You're tricking people. Some of them don't even smoke, so they don't even elevate, so they don't even know what they're dealing with. Yesterday I get something from somebody that was like total trash. And they're talking about grade. I don't know what is the grade that you're buying. Grade. That's not a grade. Didn't you not try that? Didn't you not try to elevate yourself on that? Because that's trash. And you out there proclaiming this money. You out there proclaiming this money. I think a good businessman tries to get good product. You know, there are people that doesn't even smoke, but you could go to them and you could get something good from them, and they don't smoke. They don't never smoke one time. So just a bunch of people that tricksters, man. They sell you all type of trash. They sell you rabbit chow. They sell you all kind of nonsense and lie. Get fancy bags and call it all kind of names. I tell people we're gonna stop buy them fancy name. You keep the fancy name. Let's go back to Arizona and get the reggae. You keep the law for yourself. Because the law ain't doing nothing good for you. You think that the law, that stuff is highly to destroy your brain. This is not the regular herb that we know about, that we grew up on, or that we could have cooked rice on with, or that we could have churned our food. These people are hyping up stuff, creating stuff to give you a problem, creating stuff to cause illusions, creating stuff that will cause infection, to affect people, creating things that will bring problems onto people. This is why they have all these names. All these names. Everybody's a business person. But remember, like I said to you, in the time when cannabis was illegal by the American government to out for the 52 states. The man that used to deal with it, you see, it was different. Now we have wannabe cannabis sellers. They in all the way trying to grow stuff, saying creating this, putting this potion, put a spraying chemical, spraying this. Some of the stuff comes out like it's a web in a spider, made it and put a web on it. Yes, sir, from start to finish indoors. So we gotta watch it, and we gotta let these people know that we're not stupid, man. We're not stupid. We're not gonna let them believe. And a lot of them brothers, some young brothers who were born yesterday and believe they're geniuses upon this cannabis thing here. We need to cut them out, man. Stop buying from them. When the elders and like people like my age and older and a little younger see these brothers, man, it's just let's go back and find the brothers that we know, the OGs, the people that really know about what they're doing. These little babies that born yesterday, they don't know what they're doing. They are just running it like a race. They're babies, thinking they know everything. Because like I said, a lot of them, they just want to have the herb. They don't even know what the herb does. What type of herb does. Different type of herb does different type of things. Some of them is telling you the herb and if you ask them, what will be the purpose for this one, what this will do for me. They couldn't tell you. Yes, that's the same reason that you have to stop. You stop because I don't blame you. A lot of us will stop because this is what I'm saying. When these young brothers see that a lot of us is not buying that stuff anymore, we let they smoke it, and you see the harm. You hear when they are coughing, you see the type of coal that they spit out. You see, because everything is tricks. Like I said to you, man, we done paved the way. A lot of people my age and older than me paved the way, went to prison so many times trying to hustle. Went to prison so many times trying to hustle the cannabis to make a living to take care of the family and all that. Okay? And if I had more people sell, if I was a president and I had in my city, in my state, that people were selling cannabis, and I had people that was trying to do methamphetamine and all that. All those that was doing methamphetamine and all these other drugs, and then I would get rid of them. And the guys with the herbs, I wouldn't do nothing to them. Because I have already seen most people that smoke weed does not act. And I'm not talking about a guy that wants to do everything. There are guys who smoke crack, take coke, smoke weed, methamphetamine. They do everything. I'm not talking one of them people here. This guy here, he gone far already. He just mix up. I'm talking about someone that holds the origin, the ways of the herbalists, of the cannabis. Someone that could identify and speak about the purpose of the cannabis, could help someone to understand, the essence of the cannabis. Most of these brothers that selling these cannabis, they couldn't even share with you good knowledge upon the cannabis. They couldn't tell you what is the intellect side of the cannabis. They couldn't say to you at the moment, dealing with the cannabis and the transaction and the elevation on the spiritual level. They couldn't tell you that. Only what they know, man, I was effed up, man. I went to the club, man. I had a bottle, man. Yeah, man, when I'm telling you the shorties, the things that they're saying, the things that they're saying is demonic, man. Some of them talking, man, I went to the club, man. I was Gucci, man. No, bro. No. Number one, cannabis does not make you talk like that. But if you have cannabis that has drug potency in it, it will slow your speech up. If you have cannabis that have embalming fluid in it, it will tear you up. If you have cannabis that is set up to attack the left side of your brain, more on the right side, you're gonna act like something wrong with you. You're gonna act like a drug addict. You're gonna act like a dope head. If we are buying weed that they're making right now, weed that we are buying right now that they call top shelf and all of that there, of course we're gonna act like something wrong with us. What's in the top shelf weed? What? Because like I said, a lot of us is easy to get tricked. Take a brother that's about 40 years old, a brother that's about 50, a brother that's about 60 years old, even a brother that's about 70 years old. Take the 70-year-old, take the 60-year-old, take the 50-year-old, take the 40-year-old. Bring them together. They could relate. They could relate onto the cannabis. Now. Let's go. Take a 15-year-old, take a 20-year-old, take a 30-year-old. What they know about cannabis? What do they know about marijuana? What? Unless if they grow in the islands or they grow where they seed plant, they saw it grew. But if you are living in an apartment like me, and you were born in an apartment like me, not born, I didn't born in an apartment, but you live in an apartment like me, or you live anywhere in America and you ain't gonna get the chance to see what cannabis really to the fullness looks like. You only see the nonsense that they ship and stuff and spray and groom and they send for you. And that's why a lot of y'all do the things that y'all do with the cannabis because y'all don't know it like that. Y'all only see what the top shelf is sending for you. The people that say they have the top shelf with the people that creating medical marijuana. Right now, all of y'all that say you're selling herb and y'all want to come, this is why you're selling this marijuana like it's crack. Okay? And I'm not a crackhead. So I'm going to let y'all know, I'm going to cut y'all off. I'm going to cut y'all off. I ain't going to get no weed from y'all. And if I have to stop smoke, I'm going to say, because I'm not no junkie. I'm not a dope. I'm not a junkie. I don't think that what y'all are doing to people, y'all have these type of little small size 4 grain for $20, 5 grain for $20 in a bag, and you're talking about it's top shelf. And when I look at it, it looked like back in the 80s when people were selling crack. That's what it looked like. Because I know herb, and I know $20 not supposed to give you 4 little knobs, 4 little pebbles. This is the only thing I see in my life or knows in my life that sells like pebbles is crack. And now that I see these white guys make something like ice or whatever they call it, these things look like little pebbles. When I, as a young boy growing up, when you buy herb, you had to grind it. You had to put it on a chopboard and chop it up. Yeah, and yeah, this is what I know. You could see the nature in it. They send you some stuff look like it have life. It can move or no. So all of this fancy stuff, we gotta step up to the plate, step up to the level, and step away from that because that is just like doing drugs. Doing drugs. And the worst thing about it is when you get a betrayal, like someone say, yeah, man, I got it, man. And you say, what you got? They say, man, I got some indica. I got some kush. I got, and then when you buy it now, and they get your money, then you sit on, and you try to deal with it, and it's garbage. And it's garbage. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do it. It's coming. And this was one time I stopped smoke for a long time. And this was, and that's the time when they was putting the embalming fluid where we would find this type of brown weed, brown herb that was hid in the place. And it was just a brown type of dumpy. And that's the time when they had this shortage. They had shortages, and they was bringing these type of herb that was causing problems. And that's the next thing we gotta watch. What's gonna affect the youth? You see, the herb is not bad, but if you're gonna put things like embalming fluid in the herb to smuggle it, okay. If you're gonna if you're gonna spray blackjack spray on the herb embalming fluid blackjack, you know, people are using all type of chemicals to smuggle the weed or the herb, and then it comes over here, and then they want to sell it. And now we have everybody's in the house growing under light, growing weed in their home, using all type of chemicals to make it grow real fast, like the cow. You can't eat the meat because they're feeding the cow all type of stuff. So now they're feeding the herb that's supposed to be for the pineal gland, for the brain. They're feeding it all type of stuff. So they're catching you. So people, we're gonna tell them I'll give an hour. Zafar, what time now? Zafar! Wow. It's an hour? All right. So today, my topic was about the cannabis because I wanted people to really understand what is really going on with cannabis and why we're allowing people to treat us like that. And again, it is always us who does it to each other. I think we should go back to the way it used to be. We does not need the medical marijuana because it's the reason why they call it medical marijuana. It has designed to put you in a medical state. It has been designed to put you in a critical medical state. So I am in my 50s. I have never known anyone calling herb medical marijuana. They say marijuana is the healing of the nation. It's the healing plant. It is the plant that enlightens. It is the plant that touches the pineal gland. It is the plant that opens your chakras, and then it opens your eyes to see things for what it is. I don't know about no medical marijuana. I think, to my knowledge, that anytime something has to deal with medical, now medical and health to me is two different. Health awareness is to try to take care of yourself and watch what you put in your body. Be mindful of the things that you eat and put in your body. Health awareness. Medical. To me, when it comes under medical, they have seen something in it that has been designed to have a reaction to it. So, if you're smoking cigarette will put you in a medical state. Yeah, because cigarette has things in it that will cause harm to you. So, cigarette will put you in a medical stage. Alcohol will put you in a medical stage because alcohol could trigger some things in the body, make your epilepsy all shaky. Like, alcohol could eat up your insides and cause you to need medical attention, to send you to the medical ward. Watch all the people that way before me, before I've been born, they never say medical. They would say it's medicine. Yeah? Medicine for the human body. Medicine for the mind. Medicine for the soul. It's good for tuberculosis. It's good for polymyelitis. It's good. They never say, oh, it's a medical. No. They just tell you, it's a healing plant. The whole concept about it, it's supposed to heal. Healing and medical is two different. Medical becomes with treatment. treatment that is not natural. It's on a medical scientific ideology. Why they didn't call the Bushman? They say he's a Bushman. He's a medicine man. He meditates on the herbs to heal you. He's a healer. He's a spiritual healer. He's a herbalist healer. But for medical, he is a medical doctor because you have to be a part of the colonial system so you could be able to go within your medical training, which it is a lab where you deal with measurement, chemical, liquid, compound. Yeah. A bushman is a bushman because it deals with natural bush. You see, they don't call the bushman when he's a medicine man, because he meditates. You hear the difference? Okay, he's a medicine man. But when you say medical, I say he's a bushman. He's a herbalist. He's a bush doctor. It is only of the Western society or the Western civilization that you double bump the word and call it medical. So when you're taking treatment, you are taking medical treatments. Medical. It's meds that been formed in a medical lab. This is why they put the word there, medical. It's drugs that formed in the lab, and the lab is a medical lab, so the prescription is a medical prescription. The bushman gives you bush, so he's a bush doctor from the forest. He's a bush, he knows the herbs. He's just a bushman. You never call a bushman a medical doctor. They call him a bushman. They don't say the bushman is a medical doctor because he didn't go to medicine school. He didn't go to the institution. He didn't. He got all of this from the forest, from generation. So these people that say they're selling weed, they're weed sellers, they're phony. Because if you are a weed seller, you does not have to spend so much money on good herb to bring for the people, because there is good herbs. So you are running the race to try to get rich like everybody. Okay? And it is a new generation, because I'm telling you, they still have Kush, they still have Indica, they still have the discount, they still have Cess. You remember Cess? Remember Cess? It's still there. But people are always being creative. People stay creating things, so they figure that if I do this, I could get more money like that, I could make more. And they forget the old for the new. They forgive the old for the new. That's what they do. So we gotta be mindful. These young brothers that's on the corner waiting for you to come by so they could flash their name brands and their stuff on you, and knowing that they're not selling you right because their stuff is no good. They don't smoke their stuff. They cheat you on the amount. They robs you. People sell you some stuff, you have to look at them and you want to smack them away from you. The things that they give you. So why do I have to intertwine with you? And I'll tell you, like the brother said, that's why he stopped. And it's going to get harder. Sooner or later, these brothers going to smoke their own stuff because nobody is going to want to buy this stuff from them. And, we live in, like I said to you, man, in my days, you get much better. In my time, and I'm talking about We could go back in the early 80s or 80s, 90s. Okay. Because in the 70s, I was a good 70s. It wasn't that bad. It was just being a normal boy, you know. Being 70s, I mean, yeah, I probably had little ways about me. But what I'm trying to tell people is, we don't need to do all of that, man. And we don't need to waste our money on people that does not want to take time to deal with us, people that is just trickified, people that does not even have, they does not even understand the plant, the definition behind the plant, the purpose behind the plant. And, some of them I don't even think that they handle it because their hands are dirty. So the year 2021 is coming, and one of my things is, you know, off because I notice I'm doing more harm than I'm doing good to myself in one way because number one, the stuff that these people be getting is not authentic. Number two, it has chemicals. Number three is it's just it's just not it just isn't right. It isn't right. So this is one of my things to do 2021 is to these people that are false pretending to be herbalist sellers or they want to pretend that they're ganja smokers and they're not. They don't elevate nothing on the herbs. They are just like the other people that's out here with sucking the blood of the innocent. That's what they are doing because they themselves, if they consider themselves as herbalists, they would know as a herbalist the next herbalist come in front of you to purchase something, you will give him what you know is right for his money. But a lot of them doesn't have a conscience. So they are so trickified and they tell lies and they would always try to make it look like the whole key thing is to, I would bust a grind to see how I could come up. And if I have to run over you, if I have to trick you, if I have to lie to you, if I don't, most of them, they don't care. And this is why we should stop doing business with them. They don't care about you. They don't respect you. They're just watching that money in your hand. That's just what they're watching. They doesn't even want to make their product to let it hold up on their account to say, okay, man, I don't care what this brother says. I'm righteous in the place, man. I'm honest, man. I sell my stuff like that, but I'll make sure the brother cops something for me. He could go home and he could grind his thing and he can get what he's supposed to get out of it. I'm not gonna shortchange him. I'm not gonna take out of his stuff so I could take this extra split from his stuff and I could smoke it for later because I don't want to take out of my stuff. Brothers lie. You ask brothers at 20. Everybody know what a 20 is to look like. 20 is supposed to look like. And brothers come and give you two $5 bags. Two $5 bags. And the bag they put in there until it's a 20. And they spread it out, you try to spread it out. They have ways where they put it on top of each other. Try to make the bag, look like a bodybuilder, buff. They're trying to, they know their conscience is talking to them. Yo, man, you know that stuff doesn't have enough. You know you got to put more in there for the brother, man. You know the brother that's not a appropriate 20, man. But the evilness about them, they try to fix it. And they can't even look at you in the eyes. But woe unto them. You feeling me? Because one thing about me, this is why I say it. When I used to be out there and I used to deal with it, anybody would know me. No, yo, brother, keep it real, bro. Number one, I would not sell no nonsense to nobody because I'll make sure I know what I had. I make sure I know what I had. I make sure I like what I had for me. I liked it, and I figure if I liked it for me, I I would like it for my brother. But a lot of these guys, they don't like nothing because they're evil. And when they watch their brother, it's like, yeah, he's a sucker. He's a sucker. I'm sucker him. He's a sucker. All of them watch their brothers like sucker. Everybody trying to get over. Everybody trying to get on top. Everybody trying to, flip it over on a tricky fine thing. So of course, the brother thinking, oh man, 20, I could take out this much. Give him that. I could still put that in that bag, and that's the way the gluttony coming. I could make, but you're not making people happy. Your customers come to you, you're not making them happy. You're not making, you're not being honest. So guess what's going to happen? Somewhere down the line, because all what you do, the one is overseeing everything you do. Somewhere down the line, for all the nonsense you done, for all the trickery you done, for all the tricky fire business you're into, you see things starting to happen to you, and you can't put your hands on it. You cannot put your hands on it. You cannot put your hands on it. Look at the people in Wall Street. You think some of them was billionaires, and they was billionaires for a long time. They've been doing a lot of things to people. Some of them never thought they was going to get bankrupt. They was going to be broke. There's a lot of people right now, you go in the city, used to be really wealthy. And they was wealthy, only one wealth, which was just physical wealth. And when they lose the physical wealth, because of the way they was treating people, and because of the way the energy they was putting out in the time of their wealth, they never one time think about the poor, needy, nothing like that. So a day come when you lose your wealth, and they knock you off of your high horse and allow you to come to the lowest stage. Now you get to know what it is to go hungry. So a lot of these brothers, sometimes I sit and I laugh, because you think you're trickified. You think that you're getting over. You trying to get rich, skim fast by tricking me. Figure you tricking me. I have a conscience in this very life. I'm sorry for you if you doesn't have a conscience. Scott Alan. Bless Scott Alan. Bless up. Give thanks, people. Bless up. Yes, sir. Bless. Brian Ranson. Right. I tell the people them, that's what they do all the time. Okay, people. Yes, I spent an hour with y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really had to talk about this weed. I started to run I couldn't even see this. So I try to watch this and yeah, I read that about the smoking the spliff inside. I tell him blessed, that's one, but he say that's why he stopped. Bless up and give thanks. Battery going out, people. Wow. I gotta get the battery on the phone. Yes, people, if the phone chop off, I'm sorry, it's not. I didn't even notice this morning. I didn't even have a full charge. So on the contrary of cannabis, we gotta be mindful. And if these brothers will break, if these hustlers in the street will break their own code, then they shouldn't get supported. If you believe actually that people really gotta buy this nonsense that you're selling, and cannot see they're doing you a favor. Because at one time, I never buy cannabis from anybody. I never used to do that. I know people. It's just I move in a different location. Like I said, there are places I could go in my old hood, and I'm a general over there. I don't have to go through what I go through to where I'm at right now. When I see, you know, and this is the thing I always said. I was saying it last year that I was to take a trip in California. I had a cousin of mine was to come from California, and he was to bring some stuff. But in talking certain things, I that's why I make a different decision about that, and I didn't really do that anymore. But I had my reasons. But sometimes you see people doing things and you say, oh, you know what, the brother's trying something. Let me patronize him. Or the sister is trying something. Let me patronize her. And you do that. And the person that you're patronizing, after a while, believe it does not understand that. You don't have to patronize them. You don't have to buy from them. But that person is building a state of mind like, you doesn't have a choice, but you have to come to them to spend your money. And I'm a very funny person because I tells you, herb is not something I buy from anybody. Because people's hands are dirty. People put the stuff in their crutch, some of it in the behind, you know, and I don't have time for that. Where I go is when I go in the bush, in the flat bush, on the park side, you know, in the Crown Heights. It's different. Different. I could come in and see that stuff is in a big bag. That stuff, some of these guys are already grinding. It's like they're hustling themselves. They're buying here, and then what they give you is like they grind it. Now, come on. When grinders was not around, and the man had a pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, whatever that he had, whatever that he had, when it was finishing, the dust didn't look like no grinding. It just looked like herb, raw, little rocks. Not rocks, but the size of the herb. Now, people bring things to you and it's a bunch of dust. You ask them, oh, why? And they say, oh, that's how I did it. No. You are not selling weed. You're selling dust. Dust. You bought it, you grind it, and you put it in a bag. Why would I want grind weed? I'm just saying. Where is the code? The code of people are doing business honestly. Okay? So all what the OGs got to do, even brothers like myself, need to, whatever, go and get your Arizona, or what we used to get back then before all that loud and all that other stuff started coming, because they're there, they didn't go nowhere. Arizona is still there. California is still there. Texas is still there. It's people making ways to create new things. Easier ways to smuggle, easier way to move. But like I said again, people, be mindful of the herbs that you're smoking, because they all release different compounds in the brain. And it's not every herb is good for everybody. So there are some to make you sleepy, some for anxiety, some to make you happy, some to open appetite, some for pain. You know, there's all different type of cannabis. So when you all start acting and saying this and that and other, and you're crossbreeding this and this together, and you all want to and come lie to the people and say, hey man, I just get this new one, man. This one name is Wolf Dark Knight. Where you get the wolf? You get the wolf, and you get the Dark Knight, Wolf Dark Knight. Because that's what they do. They come with all type of names. They just sit there, make all type of names. So now they're selling names. They're selling names. You don't get lifted on name. You get lifted on the cannabis. You get lifted, you want the cannabis, because the cannabis is to elevate you. And majority of them that's handling the cannabis, that's dealing with the cannabis, that cannabis cannot elevate you. It takes you down. It makes you stressful. It's like you're looking for something like a crackhead. Last week, a couple weeks ago, I was doing something. Well, me and my lady, we are fire people and we burn. And I don't really tell people my stuff because they don't understand. When I tell them I used to smoke cigarettes and I don't smoke cigarettes, I would never smoke a cigarette in my entire life. But when it comes to the herb, I will deal with the herb. I will deal with the herb in every different way, different manner that's appropriate. And it's just too much phonies, man. Too much phonies. Too much. There are some of these brothers, if you have to tell them, give them a marijuana tree, a cannabis tree, and tell them take care of it. It will die as you give it to them. Because it's not within them to even that plant to deal with that plant. That's why a lot of them, majority of them, they can't even smoke the cannabis straight. They have to smoke and drink. They need two highs that they will not know what they're doing. I never get high. I think people do drugs get high. People do cocaine. People do crack cocaine, methadone, PCP. All that is drugs. I get in tune. I get to be one with the entire universe. Yeah. I get the ability to sit down and analyze things that the average person will not analyze. And yeah. Huh? America? Sure, meditation is good because next thing that is why the cannabis is excellent. Now, cannabis used different. You could use the cannabis as a smoke in the house, like you buy frankincense and more, and smoke the room. And eucalyptus, you could use eucalyptus and the same cannabis to smoke the house up. Okay? And frankincense. There are a lot of things that people doesn't understand. People is irrational and quick to judge and does not understand anything. And the way they do things, it's not right. Because I keep telling people, we're still in the land of the living. It's not like to say we cannot get we cannot get what we used to get, but we like new things a whole lot, and people knows that they catch you with new things. Because all this fancy type of stuff, that this medical marijuana, I think they should put a ban on that. I think that's not the herb that we're supposed to deal with. I think they should just give us what we've been having, what we've been using, which was natural from the earth. You get it, and that's it here. Nothing processed, nothing with chemicals, nothing to becomes medical marijuana. Because I always tell them, marijuana, cannabis was always a God bless. It was always on the health awareness. It was always on the benefit of health. Like I said, tuberculosis, poliomyelitis, bronchitis, asthma, all of them. That same cannabis is good for. Doctors has proved it. Doctors has proved it onto the world that the benefit of cannabis, the benefits of cannabis. People want you to see cannabis as a bad thing, and they talks bad about it. And okay, so if when something is true, you find people always try to eradicate it. Cocaine is bad, but why when they catch you in cocaine, it's always quick to just send you to rehab? The only time that you really get is you have to have a whole lot, kilos and all of that there. But go look at that. Marijuana had a harder sentence more than cocaine, more than any other drug. Marijuana had the hardest sentence in the United States, all around the world. Marijuana, when they caught you with marijuana, it's like you done killed 10, 20 people. But cocaine is, you could go to rehab. There's always an excuse to see the judge on rehab. So now, since marijuana becomes medical, it falls in the same category. So now they're in rehab centers for marijuana. Yeah, just like cocaine, just like LSD, PCP, ice. They're rehabs. Because all of these things are medical to the same. They're dealing with chemical. They're dealing with scientific knowledge of mixing, measuring, creating compounds. There's no way I ever see anybody trying to get 2 leaves or green juice and a water and this to make to make marijuana. Yeah. So there's no way. So people, my battery's about to be dead, dying at the matter of fact. I get 30 likes. I had 14 people. Tune in later for the bus of sweat because we didn't do it this morning. And I am asking people if they want to change that to something else because I notice it's not everybody wants to get up on a Friday morning to work out. So if you guys want me to switch that, you all told me no the last time. Red, we're gonna be there. I like it. This and that and the other. But when it comes to do the live on the bus up sweat Friday, bus up sweat, everybody's in their bed. So what I'm gonna do today in the afternoon, I'll probably recreate bus up sweat. So we're gonna start it at bus up sweat at 6 o'clock today. Friday evening because we didn't do the morning, so we're gonna do the evening. Okay, people. All praise unto the Most High. Peace and blessings. One love, respect, respect. And people, do not forget to go again. Turn on your notification bell. Do not forget to subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Go and subscribe, 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 subscribe. Turn on your notification bell. Turn on your notification bell all the time. Check it out because sometimes what happens is it's on, you think it's on, and it's off. Check that out. Visit those of y'all. I told y'all that I'm gonna be doing the new website called what's the new website? Something clown out. What do you mean? I forget to. I forget to, which is Patreon. Yes, people. I sometimes see what I tell you. Sometimes I have my brain could just twist up. Patreon, people. Patreon. So what it is, I'm gonna try to do the Patreon thing this week. The app, I have it down. I'm gonna set it up. Try to do the Patreon stuff. Set up something on Patreon. Now you could come on Patreon. It's $5 for a month. Y'all could move on. I'll still be on YouTube, but y'all could move some of my people, my 44K. I got there. Y'all are there. I know y'all are there because I see y'all there. It's just when I put out my videos, I don't. It's like y'all not there. Turn on your notification. Let me get the notification. So we're gonna move on to Patreon. Majority of my 44K that I have, y'all could help me out over there on the Patreon. When I do the Patreon, I'm gonna let y'all know. And some of my 44K could move on to the YouTube community tab. Y'all guys could go over there and you could pay $4.99 to join on the YouTube community tab. And then I will bring the Patreon and we're gonna do the Patreon. So I know what YouTube is doing to me and to a lot of us. They're trying to really cripple us, trying to mishandle us, trying to break us down, trying to discourage us. That is why they're not increasing my views. As you all see, I'm getting subscribers every day, but I'm losing views every day. So before YouTube put me like a mummy, stuff me and have me over there, mummify me, I'd rather just do the stepping. So like I said, I would always have little things over there, but I would not give YouTube so much of my time because I see what they're trying to do. I would take my time and I would invest it on my personal Patreon site. So and it will benefit me. Okay, so I will have the Patreon and I have the YouTube community tab. You guys could join that. And once more time, I keep on asking graciously. I really accept your guys. I really appreciate all the wonderful things that you're doing. And I would ask on the behalf of what you're doing, if you could go as further as purchasing the merch, supporting the merch. I have something coming out as an invention. I'm trying to get someone to bring the invention to life. I think when I create that, that would make a huge jump for me. I just want to talk about what is it, but I know I'm trying to do that to get someone to invent that could invent that product for me, and I will see this product. So I know things is hard, it's gonna take time, but I'm a believer, I'm a fighter, and I don't give up that easily. Well, what y'all could do is, I still have all the shirts and sweaters, more stuff came in, and y'all guys could contact me on the YouTube, on the WhatsApp, on the Instagram, on the redshine1967 at gmail.com. Y'all could hit me off there and get the shirts. Those of y'all that living out of state, that's not in New York City, living in California, wherever y'all at, y'all want to get the shirts, or y'all could send me the cash on WhatsApp, Cash App. Y'all could send me the money in Cash App, and y'all send me your address and stuff like that, and I will ship the shirts for y'all. Right now I have 3 boxes of shirts here, 2 boxes of sweaters, one I had another box of shirts with shirts finished. So I got 1 box of shirts, a bag and a bag of shirts, and the next 2 boxes of sweaters I got right here. So this is again, the supporting me helps me and my family, helps me to able to do other things and look forward to do other things. So once more time, I appreciate all of you from all over the world, and even know that I know I'm putting good material out there. If they doesn't want to give me what's due for me, it's okay. Like now I have 12 people this morning. It started with nobody and 35 likes. I appreciate it. It will add up, you know. But I know I want my people to really, really turn on the notification bell. So actually, I know I have small people. And when I put out a video, I can get what I need to get, because, you know, this is how we take care of our family. We day by day, we do our stuff. Some people might not want to call it a job, but it's a job. I goes to work every day. I do more than one thing. People might see me in the park and say, yo, Ray, you stay in the park all day. They have not understand the whole intellect of what's going on here. I'm fully employed. I'm employed by the Most High. I'm employed within myself. That the vlogs and stuff that I do, I goes to work for other people, which I would not like to work for other people. I think God created me for I could work for myself and be my own boss. You know, I don't think that anybody should be my boss. Tell me, oh, Ray, get up and go here on this and that and the other. You know, so yeah, so this is what's going on. So once more time, people, I really appreciate everything that y'all are doing for me. Just go and subscribe and try to get the merch. Okay, people? One love. Peace. And out.